Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. Got a big slate for NFL today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells, and yeah, we'll hop in here. Big slate, good matchups. Starting with the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over/under at 45.5. Ravens coming into this matchup 1-0. The Bengals 0-1. Head-to-head, Baltimore is 6-4 in the last 10 meetings. As far as injury goes, no Ronnie Stanley, so missing one of their tackles for Baltimore. Looks like Mark Andrews is good to go. And their center's out as well, so interesting right there. Missing some key linemen. Cincinnati, just a brutal first game, losing 24-3 right after Joe Burrow got paid. He looked horrible. The line was horrible. We'll see if they bounce back today. But definitely just a low point. A bad start for Cincinnati. Baltimore looked good in their opener, winning 25-9. Was able to run the ball well. Defense played well against Houston, pretty much shut them down. They are just 1-4 against Cincinnati. Haven't played that well against Cincinnati here. I like the Ravens. The offense is good. They got good pass catchers with Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers. So the receivers look pretty good in that game. Running game was good. Kind of just concerned about the Bengals here. I know Ravens are missing some linemen. Maybe that means Baltimore might throw it some more short passes and stuff. But I'm liking Ravens on the road. I just don't trust the Bengals with what I saw in week 1. I really think they should be an underdog, to be honest. So I think you're getting Ravens at a value. Bengals surely aren't going to play like they did in week 1. That would be kind of insane. But I like the Ravens here. I'm going to take the half a point. Give me Ravens plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay opening up as a 2.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 41. Bears coming into this matchup 0-1. The Bucs 1-0. Head-to-head, Chicago is 6-4 in the last 10 meetings. Chicago missing one of their guards and cornerbacks here. Tampa missing a couple defensive players as well. Chicago, just a horrible loss to start in their season opener against Green Bay, losing 38-20. Just did not play well. Offense looked horrible. Tampa Bay, a big win to start their season over Minnesota. Big underdog win. Baker Mayfield actually played pretty well. The team played well. Offense looked pretty good. Chicago, 3-9 on the road against Tampa Bay. They're on a 10-game losing streak right now. This Chicago team, dating back to last season. It's been rough for Chicago. The offense looks a mess. I think I'm going to have to roll with Tampa Bay minus 2.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over/under at 40.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-0. Packers coming into this, they're 6-4 head-to-head. Green Bay going to be missing Aaron Jones and Christian Watson. So going to be missing 2 players, which definitely hurts. Still got, AJ Dillon should be fine at running back, so they're not really losing too much there. Green Bay, a big win over Chicago, 38-20. Atlanta, big win over Carolina, 24-10. Both teams look very good in their opener. We didn't know how this Green Bay team was going to look with the new look offense, new quarterback, but they played very well. And Green Bay 6-3 against the Falcons here, so they've been good head to head. And I think they're a good underdog today. I think this will be a very interesting matchup with 2 teams that young quarterbacks, younger teams, and I think I'm gonna take the Packers plus 2 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Houston Texans. Houston opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over/under at 39.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 0-1. Head to head, the Colts are 7-2-1 in those meetings. Colts losing to the Jags 31-21. They're on an 8-game losing streak right now, dating back to last season. Houston coming off a 25-9 loss against Baltimore in their opener. Colts, they are 7-3 covering against Houston. So they've been good against Houston. Houston 0-7 at home. This is just an ugly matchup all around. You're getting 2 rookie quarterbacks facing off, so it'll be a rookie battle. Man, this one's really tough. If I had to pick, though, I think I'm going to lean with this one's a pure guess. Like, I don't really have too much confidence in this game here with the Colts and Texans, but I would much rather just take a shot with the plus money and take the Colts money line on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chiefs opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 51. Chiefs coming into this matchup 0-1. The Jaguars 1-0. Head-to-head, Kansas City is 8-2. 7-3 covering the spread. Last year when these teams played, Kansas City did win 27-20. Going to be a battle here. Looks like Kansas City is getting Travis Kelce and Chris Jones back, which is what they desperately needed. Kansas City 7-0 against the Jags. 4-1 covering on the road against the Jaguars here. Interesting line. You got Chiefs on the road, but they're getting their guys back here. They played very, very bad in week 1. Very bad, losing 21-20. The offense was a mess. A lot of drop passes. I do not expect the same thing again this week here. I'm going to take the half a point. Give me Chiefs minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Tennessee Titans. Titans opening up as a 2.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 45.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 0-1. Head-to-head, the Chargers are 8-2. 6-2-2 covering the spread. No Austin Eckler for this game, so that's a big loss for the Chargers. Tennessee missing some defenders. No Amani Hooker, no Christian Fulton. So they're missing some key defensive players here. It looks like D-Hop's good to go. He was questionable. Chargers losing that thriller 36-34 against Miami last week. Tennessee losing a 1-point game against New Orleans. Chargers, just a tough loss. It's the same thing we see. They are always in those close battles and they just can't win them. They're 12-2 against Tennessee. They've been pretty dominant head-to-head against the Titans here on the road. Man, the Chargers, we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about the Chargers. I think I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to buy a point. I mean, I'm a Chargers fan, but they just blow so many games here. I'd much rather take a shot with the Titans plus 3.5 at home. I just think it's going to be another close game, and I'll take Titans plus the field goal and a half. Next matchup, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Buffalo Bills. Bills opening up as a 7.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 46.5. Raiders coming into this matchup 1-0. The Bills 0-1. Head-to-head, Las Vegas is 6-4 head-to-head here. No Jacoby Myers or Chandler Jones for Vegas. Vegas coming off a 1-point win against Denver. Buffalo coming off that horrible Jets loss, 16-22. Josh Allen had a horrible game. Bunch of turnovers, bunch of picks. Just wasn't a good start for Buffalo. But they are 12-2 at home. Play very good at home here. I really like the Bills to bounce back at home. After what we saw last week, I think they're going to come out on fire this week on both sides of the ball. And I think I'm going to buy a point. I'm going to take Bills minus 6.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. Detroit opening up as a 4.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 47. Seattle coming into this matchup 0-1. Detroit 1-0. Head-to-head, Seattle is 8-2. 6-4 covering the spread. No Jamal Adams for Seattle. Detroit missing some players here. Both of their cornerbacks are out. Missing their lineman Taylor Decker. So they got some key players out here. Seattle, just a horrible start, losing to the Rams 30-13. Did not play well in their opener. Detroit looked really good in their opener, beating the Chiefs 21-20. Big win for Detroit. And Seattle 5-0 against Detroit here. So they've been very good head-to-head against Detroit. And I look at this game. I think everyone's going to be on Detroit because they're at home. The way they played Kansas City. I think Seattle's a very sneaky underdog today. Plus the 4.5 on the road. Coming off a bad Rams loss to start the season, people are going to be overlooking Seattle. I think Geno Smith has a much better game today. I like Seattle plus 4.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Giants versus the Arizona Cardinals. Giants opening up as a 4-point road favorite with the over-under at 40. Both teams coming into this matchup 0-1. Head-to-head, Arizona is 7-3. I mean, not much to say about the Giants in week 1. Losing 40-0. One of the worst, if not probably the worst offensive showing I've ever seen just in my life. And things only get better. That Dallas D is for real. So better days are ahead for the Giants. Let's hope. Arizona coming off a hard-fought Washington loss, 20-16, a game they really could have won. So no one's expecting much from Arizona this year. They're going to fight though. Josh Dobbs didn't look that bad at quarterback. He didn't get shut down like you'd imagine. Was able to move the ball, scored a few times. But this has got to be the Giants rebounding here. They're going to come out swinging. Daniel Jones, Saquon, all their pass catchers. I think it's going to be a big day for the Giants here. I'm going to take the Giants -4 in money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. 49ers opening up as a 7-point road favorite with the over-under at 45.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-0. San Francisco head-to-head, they're 8-2. 8-2 covering this spread. They've been dominant against them. No major injuries in this matchup here. San Francisco coming off a dominant Pittsburgh win, 30-7. I mean, that defense just suffocated Kenny Pickett here. You know, they dominated them. Rams coming off a big Seattle win, 30-13. I don't think anyone expected that from the Rams, but they played well in their opener. San Francisco 5-0 covering on the road against the Rams, 8-1 against the Rams. Yeah, just the way they shut down the Steelers last week. I just think it's going to be that big of a performance for the Rams at home against this Niners defense here. I would take the 0.5 point. Give me Niners -6.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Jets versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas opening up as an 8.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 38.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-0. Head-to-head, the Jets are 4-2. Jets, missing their kicker, Greg Zuerlein, so that's something to keep track of. No Brandon Cooks for Dallas. The Jets beating Buffalo in their opener 22-16. An amazing win. You know, we all know Aaron Rodgers is out for the year. It's going to be Zach Wilson starting. They played well against the Bills. That's all you can really say. And beat them fair and square. Looked like the better team in that matchup. And then Dallas, they're coming off a 40-0 win against the Giants. So many defensive touchdowns, sacks, interceptions, fumbles. I mean, this defense looked unbelievable here. Now they're looking at Zach Wilson here, and oh man, I think it's going to be tough for the Jets here on offense. I really do. It's hard to bet against. Like I like the Jets. I think it's a lot of points, 8.5. But what the Cowboys did in week 1, even if that is a fluke, I know the defense will be good, but let's be real, they're not going to do that every week. That would be impossible. But if they could be on a little run and play half of what they did against the Giants, they're still going to be very good here. Yeah, what they did to the Giants, shutting them out, I just don't think I can take the Jets here until I see the Dallas Cowboys slow down on defense. So I'm going to take the Cowboys minus 8.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Commanders versus the Denver Broncos. Denver opening up as a 3.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 39. Washington coming into this matchup 1-0. Denver 0-1. Head-to-head, Denver is 5-3. Looks like Washington getting Chase Young, which is nice. Don't see any major injuries here. Jerry Jeudy looks like he could be good to go, so they definitely need Jerry Jeudy. Washington coming off a nice season opener win against Arizona. It was a close one, but they got it out. Team played well. And then Denver losing by 1. Their new Sean Payton era. To be honest, they look the exact same as last year. I mean, 16 points. This is what they did last year. They were putting up 15 points a game maybe, which wasn't winning many ball games. Defense is always going to play well for Denver. That's their strong point. They're going to hold teams under 20. That's what they do. Offense just didn't look that good here. And I think Washington's a good underdog today. The line's kind of where it needs to be. I'm going to take Washington plus 3.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. Dolphins opening up as a 2.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 46.5. Dolphins coming into this matchup 1-0. Patriots 0-1. Head-to-head, Dolphins are 6-4, 7-3 covering the spread. I don't see any major injuries here. Miami coming off a shootout win against the Chargers, 36-34. New England coming off a Philly win a Philly loss 25-20. Yeah, throwing for like 450 last game. Tyreek Hill 200 receiving yards. I mean, what a way to start the season off here. They're 5-0 covering against the Patriots. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to bet against the Dolphins the way they played in week 1. Offense looks great. Give me Dolphins minus 2.5 and money line on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.